This PowerPoint is going to introduce the course for Wildlife Fishery Science 420-630, Ecology and Society. My name is Patrick Bixler. I'm going to be the instructor for the course this semester. So this PowerPoint I'll give you a little bit of background and information about me. We'll describe the course objectives, discuss the weekly routine, the requirements, and the expectations for the course. And then we'll talk a little bit about online learning. If it's for you, if it's not for you, it's not too late to get out. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from Texas. I grew up in a small town in West Texas outside of Lubbock called Shallowater. After I left Texas, I lived in New Zealand for about 2 years, lived in Montana for about 2 years, Vermont for about 2 years, Colorado for about 6 years, Washington, D.C. For about 2.5 years, Oregon for 1.5 years, and I returned to Texas with my family about 1.5 years ago. I enjoy most outdoor activities. I love to hike, snow ski. I've been kayaking quite a bit since I've been back in Texas. Fly fishing, cycling. Lots of activities that get me outside into nature, where I'm thinking about the interactions between society and ecology. I'm a former wilderness instructor, used to lead backpacking classes into the California wilderness for about 9 weeks at a time. My family, my wife and 15-month-old son, Brooks, we live in Austin. A little bit about my education. My PhD is in environmental sociology. So I was trained in the theory and methods of social science research and sociology, although all of my research is conducted in very applied natural resource management, biodiversity contexts. A lot of my teaching has been around this ecology and society interface. I'm currently working on a few different research projects looking at landscape conservation and the management dynamics of landscape conservation. Doing some work in the Texas Hill Country and also in the Northwest Boreal Forest. Got a project in the Alaska and the Yukon Territory and the Northwest Territories of Canada. If you're at all interested in some of my research and kind of interest and background, there was a relatively short and accessible article published in the Stanford Social Innovation Review recently. I think it came out October 13th. That talks about some of the work we're doing in the Texas Hill Country. That link there should be live. You should be able to click it and go to the article. Last spring, spring 2016, I was an instructor for the Applied Biodiversity Science course at Texas A&M in the Wildlife Fishery Science program, graduate seminar. So a little bit about this course. Like I said, this is Wildlife Fishery Science 420-630, Ecology and Society. It's a stacked undergraduate and graduate distance education course. So that means there are both undergrads taking this course as well as graduate students. So it adds a level of complexity and excitement to the course design and grading and how we go about this course and make it valid and useful to everyone. So here's the description to the course. You'll see this in the syllabus as well. But I do want to take a minute here and just kind of read through it so we have a sense of what we're going to be doing. At the core of natural resource and wildlife management issues are intertwined social and ecological processes that drive changes to both ecological systems and human communities at multiple scales. The multiple causes of environmental problems have troubled traditional academic approaches because both social and ecological systems have been studied separately. So we're really sort of at this time in this place of academic inquiry where we're forced, sort of by necessity of understanding these problems, to understand how social and ecological sciences intersect, and how ecology and society intersects, and what are those systems that connect the two. So the concept of social ecological systems is becoming a central topic of interdisciplinary study that links environmental policy and decision making to ecological processes. This course will provide an overview of the concept and delve deeper into a number of different social science topics related to that broader idea. So the objectives for the course are as follows: to identify and describe major approaches that help integrate social and ecological or human natural systems, dynamics, and understandings; to describe and discuss some of the key factors of social ecological system resilience, including the history and evolution of scholarship of this interdisciplinary work; to synthesize key concepts and processes for understanding ecological and social dynamics and their intersection in natural resource and biodiversity conservation and management; to analyze and express what purposeful social ecological change might entail, understand how such changes might be fostered or cultivated through policy, management, and other interventions, and to apply the above understanding of the systems, social ecological systems, to case studies. So each of those different learning objectives, the identify, describe, synthesize, analyze, apply, have different levels of focus depending on if you're an undergraduate or a graduate student, but all of those are important. All of those are learning objectives for this course, regardless of whether you're an undergraduate or a graduate. So every week we'll have a regular system, a flow to the course. The course is asynchronous, which means there is no scheduled class time. There's not a time during the week that we meet or we get online together, but that the material is provided for you to be able to go through sort of as your availability allows. That being said, there are assignments that are expected every week, that are due every week. These include the readings. Every week there will be readings for everyone, and plus some additional readings for graduate students. Videos. Every week there will be videos, either one or multiple videos, that are required. Some of these videos will be 5 minutes long, some of them 15-20 minutes long, and some of them up to an hour. The videos are going to range from recorded lectures from some of the leading thinkers in this field, to TED Talks and other sort of more produced type videos. PowerPoint. Each week there will be a PowerPoint that is narrated, much like this one, and covers the main points for the week. A wiki. There's going to be every week there will be a course or a class wiki in which a question will be posed. The purpose of the wiki is to then collectively, as a class, answer that question. Everyone contributing a point or two, a paragraph, a sentence here or there, until we have a well-developed sort of emergent class essay that answers the question. So the requirements for the course. First we'll have quizzes. Every 2 weeks there will be a quiz. That of course doesn't apply to the weeks that there will be exams. The online quiz will be available for both undergraduates and graduates. Participation points. The wiki I was just discussing. Your contribution to that wiki allocates your participation points for the class, and that's for undergraduates. For graduate students, your participation credit is based on group work, and this group work includes developing a case study that will be presented to the class after spring break. So this case study includes online content such as videos, as well as putting together a PowerPoint and any other sort of online materials that might be used. Exams. 3 online exams will be given throughout the semester. Each of those exams are worth 20%. And these exams will be cumulative. So each exam will build on the material of the previous exams. And then finally, a final project, final paper, you're worth 20% of your final grade. For undergraduates, this is it's an online project. And then for graduate students, this will be a final paper. Additional information for each of these will be provided separately. So importantly, this is an online course. Who should study online? First of all, you should be a self-starter. Human interaction is limited. You really need to be self-motivated and sort of really interested in this material and taking this course. You're really going to need some self-discipline to complete the lessons and the material every week. I've done my best to create assignments that are interactive and provide for some sort of human contact and interaction. But by and large, you're not going to be going to class every day. You're not going to be interacting with your peers on a daily basis. And this requires that you are a self-starter, that you have some internal motivation to complete this course. You must also be comfortable with technology. There's no way around it. This is an online course. You need to be comfortable using email. You need to be comfortable using the wiki technology, online testing, etc. And most of all, you really need to want to be here. This material, if you don't want to learn the material, then you won't learn it. Nobody's there holding your hand and helping you understand on a daily basis. So again, this must be some internal motivation and a desire to understand what is being taught. Just a few tips. You can go to this article in U.S. News, but a few tips to help set you up for success. Really invest time here over the next week or two to understand the technology. What is being asked of you? How do you access it? How do you use it? How do you succeed in this course by understanding the technology? Please connect with me early and often. I'm here for you, but it's impossible for me to know if you're struggling, falling behind, not understanding the material. In a in-person class, it's a little bit easier to pick up on those social cues that are available. If you're not paying attention or not understanding, those social cues are completely absent in this environment. So send me an email. I'm more than happy to set up a time to Skype, talk by phone, or respond to questions via email. But connect with me. Let me know how things are going. Create a schedule. It's really important that you create a schedule and block off time to do the work. Stay organized. Stay ahead of assignments. I try my best to create a syllabus that's very well organized with dates, assignments, so you know ahead what you need to be doing. And then also have a consistent workplace, whether that's a coffee shop, a home office, the library. But have a place that you can go to get this work done. Here are some additional tips to becoming a great online student. Not going to read those because we've already talked about it, but it's important to be self-motivated, have good time management, and be organized. Know what's coming up, know what's due when. Make sure you have that on a calendar. Here are some additional links with some extra information. If you have a desire for some additional resources or have some additional questions, these resources might help. And then finally, a big topic that we're going to discuss in this class is resilience. Our primary reading book is about resilience. A lot of the thinking about coupled social ecological systems has to do with the resilience, the vulnerability of those systems. So if you're interested, just recently, a few weeks ago, the first ever designated resilience area in the U.S. was created. So similar to a national forest or a national park, this is a semi-protected resilience area in the Bering Sea off the coast of Alaska that really integrates human communities' interest, in this case a lot of Alaska natives, in the use of long-term sustainable resource management. That's a pretty neat concept and a pretty good little article there if you're interested. That's all for this PowerPoint, and thank you, and stay tuned.